Hi there, so this is part two of the digital transformation two-parter. So the first part covered off how you as a company, and typically a B2B company, can address and deal with digital transformation within your business. And this video is more around how Acro Media can help you. So once you've identified that you're in need of some digital transformation, and in that previous video we discussed the different kind of indicators that you're ready for some transformation, then how and why would you engage someone like Acro Media to take you through that? So the big premise is that, typically the clients we're working with, especially in the B2B space, because it has traditionally been a little bit further behind from a technology point of view, or at least a kind of e-commerce front-end technology point of view for their customers, is to kind of hold your hand through and help you identify what it is that you can be doing, what it is that you maybe should be doing, and how it is that you do that. So what does that mean practically? Well, it means that we engage in lots of conversations with your various stakeholders. The motivations and the needs of, say, a sales department can be very different to that of the backend operations or the fulfillment departments, or that of the customer success or account management functions, or the customer support functions. So we work with your different stakeholders to understand what the needs are for each department or individual within the business around these digital transformation projects. From there we can understand, is there any kind of workflow improvements we can suggest? Is there a manual process that's currently happening where an order comes in and someone has to enter it into a different system and then put that over here? Can those pieces be solved through technology? Can we free up time for your team members to be working on other tasks? Can we create tools or pieces that your sales team can use to assist them in their sales as opposed to replace them through the sales process? So we work through all of that, and the way that looks practically is that we have all of these interviews and these discussions. We use the experience we have, which is very extensive in the B2B world, and we can make recommendations, and that comes in the form of a piece called a versatilization, which is a click-through version of the site without having any coding done, so it's far cheaper than actually building something and then realizing you've made mistakes. So we build a version of your site or your proposed site or setup or platform, and show what it looks like from your customer's point of view to fulfill the different functions that we've identified, but also from your team's point of view to add content, to see a company order or a product order, or to communicate through the system with a client. Bunch of different ways that they can work. Again, every business, especially in B2B, is actually quite different, but we show you what that looks like before any coding's done, before any investments made in development. And then to go along with that is we create technical architecture documents that detail what that development should look like. What are the technology pieces that should be involved? Again, it's not typical for B2B companies to have a ton of in-house expertise around platforms, and even if they have some in-house expertise that does do coding or manages their current systems, IT, software development is very multifaceted. There's many platforms. No one person can be an expert in everything. So we effectively have a large team that includes many different experts in many different platforms, that allows us to make the best recommendations on what your system should look like. So what sort of back-end system for content should there be? Is marketing going to be updating content on your site fairly regularly? If so, they should have some tools to be able to do that without the need of a developer, for example. What accounting software are you going to tie into? What systems do you have currently that you don't want to lose, that you want to be able to integrate into, and then how and what do those integrations look like? So a whole bunch of technical pieces that effectively forms a blueprint of what your solution should look like. And then we even work on things like phasing to say, okay, you know what? Digital transformation in B2B is a fairly new premise. B2B has been a lot slower to adopt technology typically. So how do we ease both your own internal teams into this and your customers into this? So we can make recommendations around some of the low-hanging fruit. So maybe you do training licenses, for example, as part of your business, and you're not moving your core products online, but the training piece could be a first thing to move online, to start to get your customers familiar with engaging with you in this kind of digital way. So we work with you to figure out what those pieces are, what that phase-in should look like, and basically calm any nerves and ease any worries, both internally and for your customers. So that's a kind of a brief highlight of what we do at Acro with regards to guiding companies through their digital transformation. This first phase with us is known as discovery and strategy phase. And again, the outcome is that you know exactly what you should do, how you should do it, and the likely order in which you should do it. And and then it makes for a much more successful development project to follow that, as opposed to trying to figure it out with the people that are building it. If you've got any questions and you'd like to engage with us in some discussions, see some examples around what this discovery and strategy looks like, and how we've helped other companies with digital transformation, hit us up and we'd be happy to have a conversation about it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.